All right. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the one-word definition? This is for Team Chosen. One-word definition for ethnocentrism. No conversation. You lose the opportunity to answer the question. Cameron. What is it? That is correct. 2 points, Team Chosen. Team Who? You guys are up next. What does the R in weird stand for? Tyler. Rich is correct. 5 points for Team Who. Team Chosen. We were watching a video at the beginning of the semester, and one of the statistics in it said that I think women from this particular, I think Germany, it was Germany, they on average spend $15,000 over the course of their lifespan on this. What are they spending that money on? Colton. Makeup is correct. 2, 4, 6, 8. Team Who? During our study on the 6 themes, we talked about being interconnected and interdependent. We watched a video of these soccer players and how soccer, the sport, it exemplifies this idea of being interconnected, interdependent. At the end of it, there was a soccer player that got a statue of himself. What was the name of that soccer player? No conversation. Chance to steal over here. Yes, you can shout it out. Ronaldo is correct. Yeah. 3 more points for Team Chosen. Team Chosen, you're up again. Hans Rosling and his associates put together a particular website that helps us to get an idea of what it looks like to live on the different levels. What is the name of that website? Hadley. Dollar Street is correct. That is 8.
I know.
Team Who? You guys are up.
I knew what it was.
What's the guy that originally came up with this concept of human rights? The first guy. Drew. That is correct. 3, 5, 7. Team Chosen. I had a student last hour. We were doing the Kahoot, and midway through, he shouted out, "My clicker doesn't work on my computer. That's why I'm not going to do very well. That's why my score is dropping." All right. What type of locus control does that guy have? Chance to steal. Hadley. An external locus of control is correct. All right. Team Who? You guys are up. In that same video with Cyrus the Great on human rights, there was another guy that was identified as self-declaring himself emperor of the world. Mr. Folks? That's a good guess. It is not Julius Caesar. Team Chosen. Napoleon is correct.
Napoleon Dynamite! Yeah!
Team Chosen. You guys are up. When we were studying the concept of schema and background information, we read a story. You were trying to decipher a story, and it started once upon a time. It was in an Italian accent. What was the name of that story? Ms. Oakes. That is correct.
Yeah. The 3 little bears.
It's Goldilocks and the 3 Bears.
Oh, because my shoe Oh.
Mama Betty, Papa Betty, Baby Betty.
No, it's not.
All right, you guys are up. Team who? What's the name of the woman who was instrumental in creating the list of human rights?
Oh my god.
The list that we have today. Ms. Obrist. That's correct. 3, 5, 6. What country is Hans Rosling from? Niskut. Sweden is correct. Team who? We did a study on names early in the semester, how names are reflected in our culture. There was a guy that did a study to figure out how much does your name matter, and he was looking at birth certificates. What state were those birth certificates from? Mr. Bloomer.
I don't know.
No? -5. Good try, Drew.
Why did you stand up then?
Because y'all don't say love. But I don't know.
Team chosen. Cheyenne. California is correct.
Don't say that.
Team chosen, you guys are up.
Never really.
What political party on this political party spectrum that we drew up on the board would be associated with the liberal side of the spectrum?
What side of the spectrum?
Liberal side. Miss Gut.
What?
Left is a good guess. I'm looking for a political party here. -2. Team who? Yes. The Democrat.
Come on. We're still losing, but it's okay. We have team spirit.
Team who? When we looked at individualistic countries, I gave you 3 examples. One of them was the United States. Another one was Great Britain. What was the third example of an individualistic culture?
Don't call on me. I didn't remember.
Just sit down.
Okay, I'll sit down.
Ms. Obrist.
Canada.
Canada is correct.
There we go. I knew it was a
Yeah, you of course do. You what other
Team chosen. Give me an example of a sport associated with high culture. Cameron. Fencing is correct. Team who? This type of culture has higher rates of divorce. Mr. Folks. That's correct. It is an individualistic culture.
I honestly thought he was
Team
thinking about
chosen.
the United States all the way.
What is another name for lines of latitude? Lines of latitude. Ms. Oaks.
Meridian?
Meridians is a good guess. Chance to steal over here for Team who? You can. I didn't answer, please.
Go.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Parallelism.
The answer is parallels. That is correct.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I'm so good. That's a parallelism.
Team who? This is a type of map that identifies man-made features. Man-made features. No conversation here. It is you. Mr. Bloomer.
Is it? Oh, shut it. Political.
That is correct.
You stood up 3 times.
God, I am so proud of us.
Team Chosen.
Hey, yeah.
What is the approximate current population of China?
No.
Colton. That's a good guess.
Guys, we're almost like.
Team who? Yes. 1.4 billion. I'm looking for 1.3 billion. I think it's close to 1.4 billion, but I'm looking for, in our class, we're going to use that statistic, and there's a reason for it. Team who? What's the population of the United States? In billions. No conversation here. Hadley. 0.3 billion is correct. Miss Coffin, you're late to the party. 3 points there.
Good job, guys. We are really making a comeback.
Guys, we're one.
Team Chosen. When we use the terminology the West and the rest, according to Hans Rosling, what instinct are we falling into? Miss Greta. The Gap's instinct is correct. Team who? This is a practice in a culture where you have one man having multiple wives. What's that called? Tyler. Polytheism is a good guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Chase of Steel. Polygamy.
Oh my god.
We just lost one. I knew this one.
This is defined as someone who flees one's country because of war or conflict. It's Avery.
Refugee.
That is correct. Colton, you can't hide back there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Team who? This is the main means by which we acquire the norms of culture. I cannot. Chance to steal. Miss Oaks. Nope, good try. It is social media is the answer. Team Chosen. You guys are up. What country is on the Horn of Africa? Miss Scott. Somalia is correct.
What if we said it wrong but got it right?
I think you'd be all right. They said,
Just like.
what was it? Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Leave me and my words alone.
What was the name of Babar's cousin and wife? No conversation. Mrs. Obrist. Celeste is correct. Shut down.
Stop standing up.
What is the variable that you acquire as you move up Hans Rosling's 4 levels? Miss Cheyenne. Time is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's too easy. I think it's a bias.
Okay, stand up next time. And Kirsten, if you don't know it, don't say
Team who? What was the name of the disease that the Europeans acquired when they crossed over into the tropics? Hadley. Smallpox is a good guess. Chance to steal, team chosen. Malaria is correct.
Okay, wait, brother, try not to answer the next question.
Team chosen. What is the name of the line of latitude that is found 23.5 degrees south latitude? Chance to steal over here. Yes, Hadley. That is correct. The word apartheid is literally translated what? Mrs. Obrist.
Separateness.
Yes, that is correct.
Well, that's why we didn't say it. No.
I should have
As long as you don't say it.
Team chosen. This is a person, this is a white South African of Dutch origins. Mr. Erstein. Afrikaner is correct.
You might have switched teams.
Wow, you're really
We're losing by 30 right now.
Team who? What's the name of Umfundisi's sister? Mr. Bloomer.
Gertrude.
That is correct.
I should have said that, guys. I should have.
It's a wonderful.
I just might have said that was great.
When Arthur was writing in his notes, and then his father, James, comes along and reads it, he says that the world outside of South Africa is going to eventually look at what's going on in South Africa and call South Africans tyrants and oppressors and what? Chance to steal over here.
Is it no, never mind, sorry guys.
Criminals is correct. Alright. I believe we are out of time. Final score?
Yeah.
Team chosen 56, team who 32.